Hello, welcome to Self-Aware Soul. I'm Jacinta, your guide to personal and spiritual growth. Today, I'd like to talk about something that sounds very simple: reliability and integrity. We hear these words often, especially when we're talking about work or business. But reliability and integrity aren't just professional qualities. They are a part of our character. And instead of asking, "Am I a reliable person?" I want you to think about a slightly different question. What does your behavior teach people about you? Because we don't really have to tell people that we are reliable. They learn that from us. They learn that from our actions. They learn through our choices, and they learn by watching whether our words and actions match. If you tell someone you're going to do something and you consistently follow through, eventually that person learns, "I can count on you." But the opposite is also true. If you repeatedly say you're going to do something and don't do it, people learn from that too. They might not confront you. They might not get angry with you. They might not even tell you they are disappointed. They may simply stop depending on you. Their expectations of you change, and you may not even know that it has happened. Many people around me know that I'm reliable and that reliability is important to me. They know that when I say I'm going to do something, I mean it. I've also been told that I operate with a high level of integrity. And I don't share that to praise myself. I share it because I believe that if I'm going to talk to you about reliability and integrity, I should also practice these values in my own life. I don't believe in telling someone else how they should live while I do the opposite. If I encourage you to look at your own behavior, I should be willing to look at mine too. I've always believed that when I give my word, it should mean something. Now, that doesn't mean life never gets in the way. Of course it does. Things happen that are outside our control. Plans change. Emergencies happen. We are human. But being reliable doesn't mean being perfect. It's what we do when things don't go according to plan that matters. If something prevents us from doing what we said we would do we communicate? Do we take responsibility? Do we try to make things right? Or do we just move on and expect the other person to understand? There's a difference between genuinely being unable to do something and developing a habit of not doing what you say you're going to do. And over time, people notice the difference. Then there is integrity. For me, integrity is doing what I believe is right and honest, even when nobody is watching. There doesn't have to be recognition. There doesn't have to be praise. No one else even has to know, because I know. And at the end of the day, I have to live it myself. That's why I believe integrity starts inside us. It isn't something we put on when other people are watching. It's part of the relationship we have with ourselves. And that brings me to something I don't think we talk about enough. We spend a lot of time wondering whether we can trust other people. Can I depend on this person? Will this person be there when I need them? Will they do what they say they were going to do? But how often do we turn those questions around and ask, can I depend on myself? When I make a commitment to myself, do I honor it? When I tell myself I'm going to do something, do I follow through? For me, this is very personal. I have to be able to count on myself. That is why I'm here today, doing what I do. That doesn't mean I never change my mind. It doesn't mean I never struggle. And it certainly doesn't mean I do everything perfectly. It simply means that somewhere inside me, I need to know Jacinta will show up for Jacinta. Because every time we keep a promise to ourselves, we are building trust with ourselves. And if we repeatedly break those promises, perhaps a little bit of that trust starts disappearing. This reminds me of something I wrote many years ago. In 2014, I wrote a poem called You Know You Are Blind When. It was about different behaviors I had observed in people around me. I didn't name anybody. But after I posted the poem on Facebook, my roommate came home and told me she recognized that one of the verses was about her. I admitted that it was. And she said the poem was very good and it made her think. Another friend who had known me for a long time read the poem and could actually recognize the different people behind the different verses. I still think that's funny, but there's also lesson in it. Sometimes nobody needs to tell us which part applies to us. We already know. Sometimes all we need is for somebody to hold up a mirror, and that's exactly what I'm asking you to do today. I'm not asking you to label yourself as reliable or unreliable. I'm not asking you to decide whether you're a person of integrity. Just look honestly at your own patterns. When you say you're going to do something, what usually happens? When you make mistake, what do you do next? When nobody's watching, do you still make the same choices? And when you make a promise to yourself, does your own word matters? Don't judge yourself by one mistake. And don't judge someone else by one mistake either. Look at the pattern. Because our character isn't usually revealed in one big moment. It's revealed in many small ones. And over time, those small moments tell a story about who we are. But there's another side to this conversation that I think is equally important. When you have reliable people in your life, do you recognize them? Do you appreciate the person who consistently show up? Or have you become so used to that person being there that you simply expect it? That was actually part of the message behind the poem I wrote all those years ago. Sometimes we're so busy looking for something or looking for someone that we don't recognize the people who have quietly been there all along. Reliability can become almost invisible because there's usually no drama attached to it. The person simply shows up again and again. And when you do have someone like that in your life, Value them. Don't take them for granted. Don't take advantage of them. Let them know that you appreciate them. And if you like to read the poem that I have written, You Know You're Blind When, it is published in my book, My Spiritual Journey, Life as an Empath, available on Amazon. Until next time, love and light.